and Sara Diskaya.
Diyos ko Lord.
Being a non-lawyer, Mr. President, I hate lecturing a lawyer. No
Being a non-lawyer, kinalulungkot ko, masama sa loob ko na nalilecturean ko mismo ang mga abogadong tulad ni lowest rank. Diyos ko Lord.
matter how low he ranks among his fellow members of the bar, if I may
Isa pa nga yan, Butragis, solid yun ah.
bonds for contractors owned by the 207 billion peso flood control contractors, Curly and Sara Diskaya. Being a non-lawyer, Mr. President, I hate lecturing a lawyer, no matter how low he ranks among his fellow members of the bar, if I may borrow the words of former senior Associate Justice, Supreme Court Associate Justice Antonio Carpio. Since he is now asking for it, I also thought, as lawmakers, we may as well be educated in this regard. So let me state for the record the following. Under Rule 111, Prosecution of Civil Action, Section 7 of the Revised Rules on Criminal Procedure, the elements of a prejudicial question are A, the previously instituted civil action involved an issue similar or intimately related to the issue raised in the subsequent criminal action, and B, the resolution of such issue determines whether or not the criminal action may proceed. Kung may napansin ang mga manonood, ito ang naging asal ni Senator Marcoleta, which begged the question, why is Senator Marcoleta so protective of the Diskayas?
Bakit
His
nga ba?
inquiry remains valid and grounded. And I can show you from the many, many occasions he stood for in support of the Diskayas. Let us watch.
Nako, yan na. Video.
May I ask for 1 minute suspension, Mr. President?
Session suspended.
Pass forward. Pass forward. Pass forward natin to mga to. Wait lang. Mabilisan lang to, mga 2 minutes lang to eh. Wait lang. Grabe, durog na durog si Marcoleta, baka kakabsat.
Nagmamadali daw po ako na mabigyan sila ng witness protection program. Yun po yung sinasabi ng batas eh. Pag hiningi nila with their consent, sapagkat nanganganib ang buhay niya, hindi ka magmamadali. Ilalagay ko po ba sa kamay ko ang kaligtasan ng mag-asawa na yun?
Kinakailangan magsoli po sila ng mga nakulimbat nila, which to my mind is not correct. Paano mo sasabihin na magre-restitute ang isang tao? Meron na bang findings kung magkano i-restitute on how it can be restituted? Nag-a-apply pa lang eh.
What is the reason behind the law? So that we can get justice, and justice can only be attained if there is restitution. So that is the principle behind all of these things that we are talking about now.
Mr. Secretary, restitution will come after. It cannot be...
So it can come before or after, sir. It can come before.
You cite the law that it come before. Yung Diskaya, to my mind, were the first to apply under the Witness Protection Program. Ang problema po doon, kung wala namang korte pa pong nagsasabi kung talagang sila'y nagnakaw o nakapagnakaw, sino pong magkukwenta noon? Problem is, ang sabi ng dating DOJ Secretary, ba hindi kinakailangan isoli muna yung mga pinagnanakaw. So, paano ngayon siya mapuprocess if that was dangled? So, ang tinatanong ko nga sa inyo, hindi sa sinungaling. Kayo ang nagbigay na ng condition kasi, did you agree that you restitute any money to the DOJ?
Wala po kang maibibigay po. At saka...
Yun na nga, because wala kang maibigay, hindi ka niya ipoprocess under the Witness Protection Program. Is that not correct? So, pinipili nyo yung gusto nyo i-process. Ngayon, kung ayaw ninyong bigyan sila ng protection under that law, kaya siguro umayaw na sila sa ICI.
Mr. President, it is also coincidental that multiple news outlets revealed a damning link between Senator Marcoleta and the Diskayas. In one news story, a relative of Senator Marcoleta was said to hold a directorship at Stronghold Incorporated and Milestone Guarantee insurance companies that provided bonds for contractors owned by the flood control king and queen, Curly and Sara Diskaya, at the center of a multi-billion peso flood control corruption scandal, raising conflict of interest questions in a high-profile Senate probe. Hindi pa po dito nagtatapos ang pagbibida ni Senator Marcoleta. Noong September 25, 2025, nagpresenta si Senator Marcoleta ng surprise witness sa katauhan ni Mr. Orly Gutesa. As chairman, I did not raise any objection to members like him introducing surprise witnesses during the proceedings at that time, as long as it can help in unearthing the truth behind the flood control mess, including and most importantly, exposing the masterminds if evidence warrants. Gayunpaman, hindi pa man tapos ang araw, pumalag na sa media ang sinasabing nakapirma sa notary public na si Attorney Pechi Espera. Nakalaunan ay naging kasalanan ko pa din sa paningin ni Senator Marcoleta. Hindi po ang Senado ang nag-iimbestiga at nagbigay ng hatol na forged ang notaryo ni Gutesa. Mismong ang Branch 18 ng Regional Trial Court ng Manila ang nag-imbestiga. Independent yon sa Senado. Sa halip na tanggapin, galit pa sa resulta ng kaso dahil hindi naaayon sa gusto niyang kalalabasan ng investigasyon. Asal bida talaga. Ang matindi pa, nanakot pa na magsasampa ng kaso laban sa judge at abogado. Again, style bida. A victim effect pa po masyado na parang bida sa pelikula. Mr. President, ang kwento pa, ako daw ang nagpapahiwatig na tinuturuan o kinocoach niya si Gutesa sa bahaging ito ng pagdinig. Mr. President, sa obserbasyon ng napakaraming nanonood, tila baga tinuturuan niya kung anong pahina. Page 20 nga daw ang basahin. Sa kamalasan niya, nagkataon na putol pala ang kopya ng affidavit ni Gutesa.
Kamalas-malas
Kung todo,
naman yan.
Tinayuan pa niya para ibigay ang kanyang kopya na parang bida sa eksena. Nakalimutan yata ni Senator Marcoleta na naka-live TV coverage ang pagdinig. Kaya walang pakundangan at walang kahihiyan sa inasal niya. Kaya nga kitang-kita, pati si Henry Alcantara tawang-tawa. Nakalimot din sandali na hindi pa siya state witness nung nag-testify si Gutesa. Let us watch the actual video dahil baka sabihin na naman niya nag-splice kami ng video. Let's watch.
Nasabing basura. Ito,
Merong napuputol sa binabasa mo eh. Huwag kang magmadali. Huwag kang magmadali.
naputol na.
Ulitin mo yung paragraph 20.
Wala na, no. Hindi ko makita na putol na siya.
I strongly deny that I made mention of him coaching Gutesa, Mr. President. Ulitin ko sakaling hindi pa rin talaga magets. Tinanggap pa rin ng komite ang sinumpang salaysay ni Gutesa bilang valid at bahagi ng record dahil sa katotohanan siya ay personal na humarap at nagpatunay under oath ng nilalaman ng kanyang affidavit. Ang masama, Mr. President, tinanggap naman natin sa record ang testimonya ni Mr. Gutesa. Hindi pa rin tumitigil sa kakareklamo si Senator Marcoleta. Mr. President, ang tunay na issue hindi ang forged na affidavit kundi ang biglaang pagtatago at pagkawala ni Gutesa.
Tama.
For the information of this body, Mr. Gutesa, who was presented as a witness by Senator Marcoleta, has been unavailable since his initial appearance. Moreover, the committee made the option for Senate protection available to him, but he declined as evidenced by his signed waiver. And we are dutiful in locating him, Mr. President. Pinuntahan namin ang lahat ng addresses para mayabot ang imbitasyon ng komite and even rigorously visited our CCTV camera footage. Again, displaying his obsessiveness for the nth time, Senator Marcoleta even lambasted me by implying that I was surveilling his office. Galit na galit. Samantalang nais lamang nating matukoy kung sakaling may kasama si Mr. Gutesa nang dumating sa Senado upang sa gayon ay magkaroon tayo ng lead kung paano siya muling maimbitas sa susunod na pagdinig. Hindi ko na nga pinalaki ang aking mga obserbasyon sa paksang ito, Mr. President. Sa halip, sinubukan pa rin naming hingin ang kanyang tulong sa paghahanap kay Sergeant Gutesa. Again, Senator Marcoleta in his TV show ranted against me. Let's watch.
Tatanungin ko sa
Grabe,
akin,
no?
no? Sa akin, iniinsulto mo ba ako? Parang insulto naman sa akin yun. Ba't mo i-call sa akin? Sino ka ba?
I dare ask, Mr. President, if a committee member brings a witness bearing such damaging allegations, does the burden of transparency not follow? Is it not just proper to cooperate with the committee regarding his whereabouts? Why then does Senator Marcoleta find my position so offensive? On many occasions, Senator Marcoleta made statements that undermined the authority and collective integrity of the committee. Mukhang aabutin tayo hanggang bukas kung iisa-isahin ko pa lahat ang katakot-takot
Ay, Diyos ko, Lord.
pagkakamusta ni Senator Marcoleta sa komite na kinabibilangan din naman niya.
Yun lang. Kasama siya sa Blue Ribbon. Pero ako naman ang pinagsasabi niya, anak ng kamote. Diyos ko po.
Ni Senator Marcoleta sa komite na kinabibilangan din naman niya. He continued the same litany in his speech yesterday, Mr. President. Let me count and rebut it once and for all. 1. On the release of the minority report. Tahasang pinagmamalaki ni Senator Marcoleta ang minority report for the lack of better term, he said, sa kanyang nilabas noong December 10, 2025, na siya ring naging paksa ng kanyang litanya kahapon. For his information, I wish to underscore a part of Section 22 of the Senate rules shown on the screen, which states that, and I quote, concurring and dissenting reports may likewise be made by the members who do not sign the majority report within 72 hours from the approval of the report. Napakalinaw naman po, Mr. President. Concurring and dissenting reports may be made 72 hours after the committee report has been approved by the majority vote of all its members. Siya na nga itong gawa ng mga bagay na wala naman sa alituntunin ng Senado. Pagkatapos, ako ang pagbibintangan niya na epal.
Aray ko po.
He even had the audacity to declare, and I quote his speech, a submission anchored on the same hearings, 3 of which he actually presided, the same resource persons, and the same affidavits. Masasabi ba niyang pangbasura lang din ang lahat ng yun? At this point, Senator Marcoleta must know that rhetorical fallacies do not amuse me, Mr. President. If the release of this so-called minority report and its contents did not amount to a direct affront to the chairman and to the committee as a collegial body, then I'm not sure what is. May I also emphasize, Mr. President, that this same report brazenly stated that, and I quote, the BRC, Blue Ribbon Committee, cannot and should no longer compete with the National Prosecution Services and eventually the judiciary in finally disposing of these cases, unquote. Clearly implying that the committee must conclude its proceedings. Mr. President, sino ba siya para pangunahan ang chairman at ang mayorya na miyembro ng committee?
Aray
Wala
ko
sa
po.
lugar. Wala sa hulog.
Naku
Sa
po.
akin lang din naman, kagulat-gulat po ba ang naging reaksyon ng representasyon na ito na walang lugar ang ulat na yan kundi sa basurahan? Kayo na ang humusga, Mr. President. Number 2, let us go to the BRC draft partial committee report na pinamahagi ng komite noon pang ika-11 ng Pebrero nitong taon. Na sa mismong araw na ito ay 1 buwan na ang nakakalipas. Na siyempre ay laman din ng only reklamo ni Senator Marcoleta. Anya, ang natanggap ng kanyang opisina ay isang PDF file or document na may watermark ng bawat opisina na nakatanggap nito na wala man lang daw pirma ng chairman ng komite. Natural, walang pirma dahil advance copies lang naman ang pinadala namin sa opisina ng lahat ng members. Common sense naman po, Mr. President, na binigyan ng soft copy ang bawat miyembro upang madaling
Ay, Marcoleta, may common sense ka ba? Putragis na lowest rank to. Anak ng kamote. Grabe ka naman, Senator Ping Lacson. Masyado mo namang dinurog si lowest rank. Diyos ko, Lord.
mabasa at mapag-aralan ng ang lahat ng nilalaman nito simultaneously. Properly informed naman po ang mga staff ng mga senador na available mula sa aming opisina ang pisikal na kopya na lagpas 400 pages ng committee report upang mapirmahan sa hudyat ng mga ginagalang na miyembro ng komite. Ang ating inisyatibo upang pabilisin ang tamang proseso ay talagang masama pa rin sa paningin ni Senator Marcoleta. Tulad ng ginagawa din naman ng ibang miyembro ng komite, panay din ang follow-up namin sa kanyang opisina na kung nais na ba niyang pumirma sa printed copy ng report, kahit ay dissent remark, ay wala siyang ginawa. Bakit ngayon ay maghahanap siya ng Blue Ribbon Committee report na nakatenga sa kanyang opisina nung isang
Utragis ka, Marcoleta. Naghahanap ka ng committee report kahapon. Ikaw pala, di mo pinansin. Binigay na pala yung... Nako pa. Ay, iba din. O ano, so palpal naman to. Harap-harapan na to. Isa pa nga, isa pa.
panay din ang follow-up namin sa kanyang opisina na kung nais na ba niyang pumirma sa printed copy ng report, kahit ay dissent remark, ay wala siyang ginawa. Bakit ngayon
Hanap siya ng hanap ng committee report. Pero hindi naman siya pumipirma habang ina-update siya. Ayaw sumagot. Tapos siya pang may ganang magsabi, asan yung committee report? Eh, ikaw nga, di mo pinapansin. Alak ka lang kamote. Oo, sige tuloy.
tulad ng ginagawa din naman ng ibang miyembro ng komite, panay din ang follow-up namin sa kanyang opisina na kung nais na ba niyang pumirma sa printed copy ng report, kahit ay dissent remark, ay wala siyang ginawa. Bakit ngayon ay maghahanap siya ng Blue Ribbon Committee report na nakatenga sa kanyang opisina nung 1 buwan pa?
Patragis ka!
Incidentally, as of yesterday,
Hanap ka ng hanap ng Blue Ribbon Report, samantalang nakatenga na dyan sa opisina mo, last month pa. Oh my goodness, Marcoleta. Putragis. Durog, Marcoleta. Diyos ko po. Ay, nako po, kayo nang humusga, mga kabsat.
only Senator Bam Aquino has affixed his signature on the partial committee report. It goes without saying that I respect each and every member's decision when they will sign the report, if at all. What I despise is Senator Marcoleta's audacity to lie about his inability to sign the same
Audacity to lie. Biro nyo yun, guys. Senador, audacity to lie. Nagsisinungaling si Marcoleta. Uy, magagalit dyan. Ayaw niya ng ganyan. Diyos ko. No?
I despise is Senator Marcoleta's audacity to lie about his inability to sign the same by citing an untruthful reason for not signing, Mr. President.
Ay, Marcoleta, anong mukhang ipapakita mo ngayon? Diyos ko po, Rudy. Ay, grabe mga kakabsat. Nako po, si Senator Ping, galit na. Rodrigo, galit na. Alagad ni Duterte, wala gagawing mabuti sa Pilipinas. Diyos ko, Lord, sampal talaga. Kaliwat kanan, tama ka dyan. Allen Valencia, shout out, Sir Leonardo. Don Pulube, Carl Alejo, Allen Valencia, Sir Tony, Rani Sierra. Sino pa ba mga nandito? Kamusta na mga kapsat? Na-enjoy natin yung pinapanood natin kung paano nasupalpal, nadurog itong si Marcoleta, kapsat, the lowest rank lawyer. Diyos ko po, Rudy, Charger, mega love shout out, end time. Nako po, pinaka-lowest rank na Pilipinas, sabi ni Rick Berna, ay, sinabi talaga yan ni Associate Justice Carpio, mga kapsat, Diyos ko po. Nako po, shout out, Don Pulube, Delia Rosario, sino pa ba naman nandyan? Sa mga pumasok, wala pa kanina, shout out sa inyo, mga kakabsat. Nako po, pinapanood po natin ngayon, ito yung nangyari kanina lang, March 10. Nako po, bukas, happy anniversary, Tatay Diggs, sa ICC. Nako po, 1 taon na po siyang nakakulong sa ICC, mga kapsat, bukas. Good luck sa inyo, mga garapata. O sige, balik tayo, tuloy, Senator Ping lang, atas ng konti.
At all. What I despise is Senator Marcoleta's audacity to lie about his inability to sign the same by citing an untruthful reason for not signing, Mr. President.
Agoy.
Number 3, pinipilit niya rin na ilabas ko ang listahan ng 67 contractors. He said in his speech, and I quote, in his press release dated August 10, 2025, posted on the Senate website, the BRC chairman disclosed that House members called him and that he had a list of 67 congressmen who are contractors. Yet, he did not summon them to any BRC hearing. Why did he not name them to be fair to the rest of the members of the House of Representatives? Ito po ang tunay na splice, Mr. President. Kung babasahin lang po ni Ginoong Marcoleta ang susunod na sentence, malinaw na malinaw po, eto, and I'd like to paraphrase, Lacson clarified that he merely asked a congressman friend from the lower house, and that, again I quote, I chuckled and said, I don't have a list. Ulitin ko po, noon at hanggang ngayon, kahit ipagpilitan at splice ng kung sino, wala akong listahan at wala akong sinasabing may hawak akong listahan ng mga tinuguroang contractors.
Wala akong pangalan. Alam mo yung 67 na contractors na naging congressmen or yung congressmen contractors, nakuha ko yan sa isang member ng House noong kasi simula pa lamang ng 19th Congress 2022.
Number 4, madiin din po ang pag-question ni Senator Marcoleta sa interparliamentary courtesy. He said, and I quote, this doctrine, Mr. President, which is not even part of our rules, is not absolute. And then he added, if anything, those who occupy the highest offices in the government must be the first to answer, not the last to be asked, unquote. Senator Marcoleta even mentioned, again, unquote, the members of Congress have no immunity from investigation, subpoena, or public scrutiny, unquote. Mr. President, hypothetically, if the House of Representatives initiates an investigation on Senator Marcoleta's statements of contributions and expenditures or SOSE,
Nako po!
over an alleged
Nako po! Paano yan? Pag inimbestigahan ng lower house yung sose mo, Marcoleta, a-attend ka kaya? Diyos ko, Lord. Para ka naman, baka naman gayahin mo si Bato, no? Kung ano-anong palusot, Diyos ko, Lord.
discrepancy. Would the Honorable Senator stand by his position to disregard interparliamentary courtesy? If his former colleagues were to issue a subpoena, a show cause order, or even a warrant of arrest, would he still argue about the relevance of
Marcoleta, yung mga dati mong colleagues sa Kongreso, what if, no? Nag-initiate sila na imbestigahan yung pinaggagawa mo. Anong mangyayari sa'yo? Isa pa nga, durog na naman dito. Ay, gravity, mabsat, ibang klase, Senator Lacson,
initiate an investigation on Senator Marcoleta's statements of contributions and expenditures or SOSE over an alleged discrepancy? Would the Honorable Senator stand by his position to disregard interparliamentary courtesy? If his former colleagues were to issue a subpoena, a show cause order, or even a warrant of arrest, would he still argue about the relevance of interparliamentary courtesy? Ito po ang tunay na hypothetical question, Mr. President. Lest we